Hello and welcome back to the Week 17 NFL Top Player Props using our PropsAI tool, which is our prop betting platform on the LineStar app. You can get access to the LineStar app through the app stores, Android or iOS. And if you've never tried us out, there is a free 7-day trial. That does give you access to the website as well as the apps for all sports we cover. And you also get access to all the DFS stuff, as well as our prop betting tool and the PropsAI tool. Now, let's get into it. Let's check out our props for Week 17. Before we fully do, I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the video. If I go 5 for 5, one lucky winner will win $100, and we'll give that out on the next show. Now, let's dive right in. We're going to start with Rachaad White. Higher than 17.5 receiving yards. Our LineStar projection, 19.4. Consensus, 21.3. So we get solid edge on both of them, and it's coming in at minus 113 on FanDuel right here. The big thing here is there's no K. Dotton. What happened last week with no K. Dotton? We had White getting 8 targets. White does become the beneficiary of no K. Dotton. He is Baker Mayfield's safety blanket. He's going to see a bunch of targets. And I think this line is just too low versus a defense like the Carolina Panthers that just really isn't that great and, giving up big plays all over the place. There's also some wind in this game, which will favor the shorter passing game rather than the longer one. So let's go Rachaad White over 17.5. Next, we got game 4 tonight, and that is Puka Nacua, higher than 86.5 receiving yards. Our LineStar projection, 95.2. Consensus is 88.6. Now, while the Cardinals have been a solid team this year and a decent secondary, they're still around average. And the bigger name, better receivers are still getting over on the Cardinals, and I expect that to happen today with Puka Nacua. He's averaging 86 yards per game this season, up to 92.8 over the last 4. He is clearly the focal point of this offense. It's running through Kyren, Puka, and then Kupp. Kupp is the third option in this offense, and I expect that to still be the case today. I like Puka to get over this line, and he's averaging 50% more in domes. He's averaging 27.1 fantasy point per game in home games over the last 10. So, one, this is a home game. It's in a dome versus a division rival who's, he can definitely exploit. So I like the spot for Puka Nacua. Next, we got Josh Jacobs over 16.5 receiving yards. That's minus 120 on your sportsbooks. We're going with Josh Jacobs over 16.5. He is averaging 22.7 on the season. That is up to 38.5 over the last 4. He has just been an absolute beast over the last, say, 8 games or so, and that's going to keep going in this, highly touted battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings this weekend. Vikings, extremely tough versus on the ground, but the Green Bay Packers are going to have to get one of their best weapons, the ball. And the way they're going to end up doing that is try and get him in some space by passing him the ball, getting him some little dump offs. Last time they faced him, he had 6 targets for 4 receptions and 27 yards. That's more of kind of the outing I expect from him in this situation. It's going to be extremely hard to run against this Vikings team, but that's not going to stop the Packers from getting him the ball. The Vikings are still allowing almost 29 receiving yards per game to the running back, and pretty much all of that is going to go to Josh Jacobs. So let's go Josh Jacobs over 16.5. Now we got James Conner on the other side of that Rams play for over 57.5 rush yards. Our LineStar projection is 69. The consensus is 56.7, so right at the line. And it's a minus 115 line. He has been over in 60% of games this year. And just like last year, he is ending the season extremely strong. His last 4 games, he's averaging 96.3 yards. He's averaging 72.7 on the season. And this is a matchup versus the Rams, who, while they have been very good over the last 4 versus running backs, they do allow 103 yards per game on the ground to the running back. And James Conner only needs 57.5. He is a very solid back, getting a very solid workload in a game that is close. 47.5 total, and the Rams are 6.5 favorites. What the Cardinals will try to do is establish that run early and pound the ball to keep in this game late. And lastly, we got Jalen McMillian, 39.5 receiving yards. Our LineStar projections, 55.4. That is a 40% edge. The consensus is a 46.9% projection, which is an 18% edge. And then we have it at minus 113. I love this one. The reason, once again, just like Rachaad White, there is no Cade Otton. And those targets got to go somewhere. Over the last 4 games, he's up to 5.8 targets a game, 4 receptions for 54 yards. On the season, he's at 4.3 targets and 30.5 receptions. Now, Carolina is just not a great defense as a whole. Not only are they getting beat up on the ground, but they can also get beat up on through the air. And I expect Baker to get his work done. Last time they faced Carolina, McMillian only had 25 yards on 3 targets, but I expect that target number to go up quite a bit without Cade Otton. He did have 7 last game, 6 the game before that, and 7 there. He is 100% more involved in this offense now than he was. Let's still go after this line while it is still low. Jalen McMillian over 39.5. So that will do it. Those are our 5 top props. We got Rachaad White, 17.5 receiving yards. Puka Nacua over 86.5. Josh Jacobs over 16.5. James Conner over 57.5. And Jalen McMillian over 39.5 receiving yards. You guys have a great weekend. Good luck. Please like, comment, and subscribe to be entered into that contest to win $100. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.